nobles, Sierra, or Sierra, or whatever, here. I'm doing a hoodie for Charlie, which is my Dollxlover boy that I just showed you with the ginger hair. And I did this hoodie for Mora, with the butterfly print. And then I'm showing you the original design, which is 1/3 scale. I got the pattern from Missy's Imaginings. If I remember to link directly the pattern I'm using, I'll put it in the description. But I'm doing a hoodie for Charlie, and I wanted to size it down because the original design is for 1/3 scale, and Charlie is technically an SC, but he's like 52, 53 centimeters, and I needed it to be a little bit smaller. And I originally did try to do this. You could see in the background, the lime green thing that you see is the original mock-up I tried to do. It was a fail, clearly, which is why we're here. And with that fail, I decided to use that pattern that I had already tried to size down. I used that one for Mora. I sized it down a little bit more, like make the sleeves a little shorter and the body a little bit shorter. And I used that for Mora, and then I reprinted out the original pattern, and I have like eyeballed it. I pulled out a ruler, but I never used a ruler, so I couldn't tell you how much I sized it down. I just kind of sized it down until it looked like it was sort of gonna fit him. So I did that, and I decided to pick this dinosaur fabric that I got from the Dollar Tree to do the outside fabric, and then I did a lining with the other fabric that came in the same like bundle as the dinosaur fabric. Charlie is about 13 to 14 years old in this form, or in this shell, and he really loves dinosaurs. He collects little dinosaur figures, so I was like, the dinosaur print would be perfect for him. So I'm doing that. I hope you guys enjoy this video. This is my first time trying to do a voiceover, and so far I feel like a failure, but I figured you guys would want to hear something else besides the music, but the music will be coming in a little bit, because I'm not going to chat through the whole video. It took me like an hour to 2 hours to do this. I might end up speeding this video up a little bit so it doesn't take up too much time. And the pink thing you see in front of my camera is my tablet. I'm listening to music while I'm doing this, and I'm talking to my mom, and I'm doing like 17 other things. But yeah. Also, don't mind the thread you can see on my shirt and everywhere. This is like the third hoodie I'm making for the day. I made a black and white one, and then I made Mora's, the butterfly one you saw, and I'm making this one. I figured you guys didn't want to see all of those. Plus, the black and white one drew me to a dark place because I had to keep switching the thread out. But that's neither here nor there. We're here for the dino hoodie. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me know what you want to see next time. I do a lot of sewing on Saturdays if the mood hits me, and if the pattern is perfect, which Missy's patterns are perfection. And they're like perfection because like if you make it according to the pattern, it comes out exactly how it's supposed to. And if you want to tweak it, it's super easy to do. But I think that's it. I will talk to you guys another time. finished sewing around the perimeter of the lining, where the lining and the outer fabric meet, at least on the inside, if you know what I mean. If you've made a jacket, you know what I mean. This pattern doesn't call for you to make a lining, but I like it with a lining. However, I don't make it for the arms because I haven't figured out how to make that happen without having to do top stitching and without having to hand sew, which is difficult, but this way is working perfectly for me because I don't find that I need the arms to have lining. I just like the inside of the jacket, like the body itself, to have lining. So then you don't have to see all of my great sewing on the inside. That's sarcasm, by the way. I recently did a fur coat with the same hoodie pattern from Missy's Imaginings, but instead of putting cuffs on the sleeves and a bottom hem on the coat itself and adding the hood, I just did the arms and the body, and I fully lined that jacket. So I did the arm lining and the body lining, which is the same way. You just double up the amount of pieces you need, and then you sew them as you would normally, and then you put the good sides facing each other from the top of the neckline all the way to the bottom of the hem of the jacket, and then you sew all of that together, and then you pull them inside out. I ended up having to top stitch the sides of the jacket, like the left and right side. You could have just done one side, but it would have looked weird. So there's that. Or you could just do it to where you only do the bottom and top stitch that part. Or you can also do, I think it's called a whip stitch, where it's like an invisible stitch. So you would end up pressing, or I would end up pressing the fur and the lining fabric. So then there's like that crease of like where you need the thread to go through like the seam allowance. And then you would just stitch those by hand. But I don't like hand stitching because it makes my hands cramp up. But this is the coat. It looks great. I used cotton. Normally you would use like a hoodie fabric, but I have a lot of cotton squares I need to get rid of, so this works perfectly. Plus I've decided to make these for my friends because I enjoy making them, because this pattern is literally so, not simple, but it's so good and easy to follow. Plus Missy has a video up of her sewing it the way that she sews it. I'm pretty sure we sew it differently, because of course I put a lining inside of it, but that's just from seamstress to seamstress. We all do things differently. But I really enjoy this one on him. I think the two fabrics go together so perfectly. I'm excited to do more of them. At least for my friends. Like I said, I have a lot of cotton squares I need to get rid of.